Hi YouTubers, this is Britt Brett coming at you on Thursday, January 21st, 2016. It's been a bit. I haven't posted a video in a while, but I bring good news. I am posting this video because I now have a surgery date. Yay! My last visit with everything I needed to do for the insurance was on December 15th, which I've mentioned in another video. And then on the 11th or 12th, I think it was, the 11th, January 11th, I went to see my surgeon for my kind of like wrap everything up, see what else needs to be done kind of visit. He submitted everything to insurance, and we set a surgery date for February 24th, 2016. So it is done and set, and I'm excited. So I'll be in the hospital for 3 days and 2 nights. So I'll be getting out of the hospital on Friday the 26th. He does surgeries on Wednesdays, so I'll be in there on a Wednesday. I stay in the hospital a little longer than most people do, but it doesn't bother me at all. If there are any complications or dehydration issues, I'm not really close to my hospital. It's in Chicago, so it's like a 2-hour drive. And if I have dehydration, I'm not going to be driving there. I'll be going to the nearest hospital. So it's best I stay in the hospital anyways. And I'll be coming home with a drain, a stomach drain. So I'll need to go back a week after I get checked out and get that drain removed. So that'll be fun. If I seem a little tired, it's because I haven't slept yet. And my daughter decided to wake up super early this morning so I can get my morning nap. So I'm going to have to wait till my husband gets home to sleep before work. So I'm a little tired. Excuse me, but I wanted to get this done. I've been trying to make a video and keep them short, and it just hasn't been working out. So this is my like umpteenth attempt at making a video and making it not like super long. So yeah, I got all that stuff in. Now the only thing about my surgery date that kind of sucks is that it is a tentative date. He just submitted the stuff to my insurance, which he could have done a month ago, but oh well, he did it. He did it like on the 11th, and it takes like 4 weeks to get approval. So I won't really know until like around February 9th, which is my technically 2-week pre-op doctor visit. Which I do have scheduled, but if my insurance comes back and gives me the boot, says that I can't have the surgery, I need to do more, my surgery date of the 24th is just not possible because it'll take another, if we have to submit more stuff, it'll take another 4 weeks, and there really is only 2 weeks in between the 9th and the 24th. And from now until my surgery, it's like only 6-week window, so I'd have to resubmit everything, including the stuff to my work, because I'm taking 2.5 weeks off. I'll have to, it's just an annoyance, and it's a tentative date, and I know that, and he said I could wait for the insurance to come back with approval before I set the surgery date, but I was like, fuck it. He was fairly confident you got everything in, so I'm like, fuck it, just set the date. So that's that. Now, there's another thing I wanted to touch on in this video, and of course, as far as the surgery date, I'll keep you posted. I'll keep you guys posted. As soon as I find out for sure what's going on, I'll let you know. And I'm gonna, this video is definitely gonna be short because I'm exhausted. I wanted to touch on something that has been going on about this surgery in my life that is a more emotional thing, and it has to do with my husband and weight loss surgery. The problem with us particularly is that my husband has quite a past when it comes to weight loss surgery. He has a lot of personal experience with people getting it. His mother got her stomach stapled, and I'm trying to think of the name of the particular surgery, but that's where stomach stapling came from. That's the actual surgery she got. It makes your stomach look like a donut, and they put a ring almost exactly where they put kind of a lap band. The only difference is that they make like a donut, and I will like put a picture in somewhere if anything, or if I don't, which I may not, just look up stomach stapling, you'll see it. It makes your stomach look like a donut. They make like a L with donut with staple lines, and then they put a ring in. And the problem with that ring is that unlike the lap band that's done now, it's not inflatable or deflatable. It's not removable. It stays in there permanently. And the problem she had with it is that she would purge at almost everything her entire life. He does not remember a single point in time where she was comfortable with the surgery. And the only thing she could ever keep down is liquids. So and that was like forever. So that's just how she lived her life, and that's how he views these weight loss surgeries. He sees that his mother was ultimately miserable by the choice that she made, and he's afraid that I'm going to be miserable too. And until he sees me go through the surgery and say I'm not miserable, he is not going to be convinced otherwise. It's not to say that he's not supportive. He's just not 100% supportive. Like, I think that if he didn't have that particular experience, he wouldn't be so negative about this whole thing. And he's not negative, but it's just he's not negative. He's just really slow to take on new things. So he's slowly okay with it. He's getting excited about the changes in our diet, the changes in our life, because we're both not thin people. He's just nowhere near as big as I am. He's heavier, but he's like, a foot taller than me. So he can carry that much weight and not be that big. He's like, his BMI is like 40, 42. Mine's like 50, 53, So there's like a huge difference in BMI because of how much taller he is. So it's not as big for him as it is for me. But we still have dietary concerns and stuff. And we've changed our diet, and we're going with a very minimalistic approach to food. And basically, what they say is to stay on the outer ring of the store, don't go on the inside. Unfortunately, I have a kid, so I do go on the inside. I have to get her, like, her pouches and stuff like that. And she's going through that toddler picky stage where she doesn't eat everything, and I can see she's starting to come out of it, but it's just I have to go in the inside of the store for that. But for ourselves, our own needs, we tend to not go into the inside except for peanuts and things of that nature. Peanuts, his like granola bars, or he doesn't take granola bars, he takes like these peanut bars that are low in carbs and high in protein. He takes those things. So that's the kind of stuff we need. Protein powders, processed things, unfortunately, but that's the way it's going to be. But he likes this new idea of the way we eat. He doesn't particularly like the surgery. And, I mean, it's not just the way that his mother reacted to the surgery. His father has been married 3 times, divorced twice. Once to his mother, once to his stepmother, and now he's married 3rd time. All 3 women have had weight loss surgeries. His first wife, of course, Loki's mother, had she had the stomach stapling, and then thereafter got divorced. His second wife, Loki's stepmother, who he does not like, had gastric bypass, and then shortly after got divorced. Third wife, she had lap band. They're doing better, but they've hit some bumps. And who hasn't in their marriage? I mean, who doesn't have issues in their marriage? That would be ridiculous to expect anything else. But because of all the divorces and stuff, it's Loki sees, and Loki's my husband, sorry. No, that's not his real name, but I'm not going to give his real name. He equates weight loss surgery with divorce. So not only did he see his mother suffer and live in misery up until the point where she passed away, and she didn't pass away from the surgery, by the way. She's been depressed her entire life, before the surgery, after the surgery, etc. And so she is no longer with us anymore. But it wasn't from the surgery. But he saw the outcome of the surgery, how miserable she was during the life that she lived with the food that she ate, not really being able to enjoy food. And then also the fact that his father got divorced so many times, and they coincided with weight loss surgeries. Even though they may not have had anything to do with them, that's his takeaway from it. So for him to be 100% supportive when he has that kind of history is really difficult, and he's really trying hard to not let his fears show and to support me as best he can without being negative. But unfortunately, that stuff is in the back of his head, and I can tell. So I don't have his 100% support. I have probably about 90%, maybe 95. So he is really supportive. It's just that one barrier is really difficult, and he's not going to get over that until after I have my surgery. So that is something that we're going through. It's a very minor bump in all the things that we're probably going to go through in the future with this type of surgery. I know one of the complaints he had was the rules that this surgery is bringing into our lives, and him having some difficulty with the rules. And then we had to sit down and talk about how I'm not trying to control his life. how if he wants these things, he can't have them in the house. I do have a problem with food, obviously, and carbs and stuff like that don't help. So if he wants to have those things, he needs to not have them in the house. And it was the same with smoking. It was the same with all the stuff that we had to sit down and I asked him when I quit smoking to stop smoking in front of me. He ultimately quit in the end, but he did it on his own terms, and that's fine. I just asked him to please not do it in front of me. So it's the same with food. I asked him to please keep it to himself, keep it at work, you know, just don't do it in front of me. I'm not going to be able to eat these things, and I am going to be jealous if he has it around. I have a problem with carbs, particularly. Not sugar, but bread, pastas, and stuff like that. So I need to stay away from that stuff. So it cannot be in the house. If it's in the house, I'll sneak it and eat it. So we've had discussions, and those are some of the hurdles that we've gone through. I'll probably make a video completely separate about the issues that we've had, but I did want to touch base on some of the issues that we've been dealing with very recently, especially since the surgery's coming quicker than we initially thought it was going to, and so we're kind of having to deal with these hurdles a lot faster than we thought we probably had to. So, and that's probably not helping things. But it is what it is. I'd rather get this done out of the way. The whole point, one of the big reasons to have the surgery is to have another kid and not have one of this weight. I'm not suffering from infertility. I just don't want to go through the ordeal I went through with my daughter. It was really horrible to be 300 pounds. I was like 260 when I got pregnant with her, but I ended up at 320, and when they had C-section, I was 320, and it was really horrible, and I don't want to do that again. It was extremely painful and uncomfortable, and let me tell you, when you're bloated and like 320 pounds, getting a needle into your spine isn't the funnest thing in the world, because they can't find it when you're that big. And bloated. I was super bloated. Well, lots of water. I mean, I went down to like 275 4 weeks after my surgery. So I dropped like 50 pounds almost only a month after my surgery. So I could tell it was like a lot of water weight that I had gained from her, from my pregnancy, but still, I don't want to deal with that. I want to gain water weight and not have to worry about people stabbing me 20 times in my spine because they can't find it. So, you know, it's horrible. It's horrible. Plus, when you're short, you don't have much of a torso. So when they want you to bend and you're round, you know, like, and you have a big belly in front of you too, there's nothing you can do. Like, you're pretty much screwed at that point. So it sucked. It sucked. I got through it. I just don't want to do it again. So that's the reason why I'm having the surgery. So to put it off would just put off our pregnancy, and I don't want to do that any more than I have to. So I want to get pregnant next year. And if I have it in February, I can. That's completely possible. Wait a year after I have my surgery, and we can be trying next year summer. So that's a great goal, I think, for us in the future. And wait a year to a year and a half, and that's perfect. So hopefully we can meet that, and everything will work out fine. I'm sure we'll have more hurdles, but I will update you guys on those, and I will make a separate video for that stuff, where I go more into detail, so I don't make this video a 17-minute video long ordeal. So I hope that's good for you guys. Remember, February 24th, that's my surgery date, 2016. My next appointment is my pre-op appointment, which is February 9th. It's also the start of my pre-op diet, and I will be doing more frequent updates when that stuff starts coming into play, because that stuff I'll actually have something to say. I'm already pretty much on it. I sneak bread here and there, which I won't be able to do before the surgery, so I have to get that nipped in the butt. I also have to get better at tracking. Right now I'm good at my water, and I have to get my eating slower, but otherwise I'm on track. I'm trying to incorporate as much as I can, and I'm doing good. I think I'm doing good. So I'll let it be there at 14 minutes, and I hope I talk to you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.